Okay, so let's resume yung discussion yes, ordinary differential equations. So last meeting actually, ang ginawa lang natin mostly ay definition of terms. Yes, linear, nonlinear, ano pa yung naalala ninyo? So definition muna. Oo. So meron tayong family of curves, di ba? Dinefine natin yung order ng differential equation, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, and then towards the end, nag-discuss na tayo ng isang solution okay, na ginagamit to solve ordinary differential equation which is yung separation of variables. Okay? So if you recall, dun sa separation of variables, in order to use that solution, dapat yung function ninyo can be expressed as if you have uh, two functions or two independent variables, dapat pwede mo silang i-express, sorry, if you have a dependent variable and an independent variable, dapat yung functions within that differential equation can be separated into a function dependent only on the independent variable multiplied by a function that is dependent only on the dependent variable. Okay, so yun yung key dun sa separation of variables. We are still going to use yung separation of variables sa araw na ito, but at the same time we're also going to learn a new method nung pag-solve ng differential equation. Okay, but before we delve into that new method, okay, mag-define muna tayo ng isang type ng function which are called homogeneous function. Okay, Seth, Aidan, nadidinig niyo ba kami? Pa-thumbs up kung nadidinig niyo. Okay, good. Thank you. Sige. So, let's define homogeneous functions. Okay, so what is a homogeneous function? The function f of xy is said to be homogeneous of degree k in x and y if and only if f of lambda x lambda y is equal to lambda k. Dito ko na nalalagay sa baba. If and only if f of lambda x lambda y is equal to lambda to the k f of x, y. Okay, so yung k dito yung degree okay nung homogeneous na function. Homogeneous na function. Okay, and then yung f of xy ay yung function na tinetest natin for homogeneity. Okay, so for example, we have this function x squared minus 3xy plus 4y squared. Okay. Itong function na to is homogeneous. Okay, so paano natin iti-test yan? Okay, so f of xy is equal to that. So, ang gagawin natin is i-replace natin yung x with lambda x and yung y with lambda y. So, we have lambda x squared minus 3 lambda x lambda y plus 4 lambda y squared. Okay, so this will become lambda squared x squared minus 3 lambda squared xy minus plus 4 lambda squared y squared. And we can factor out yung lambda squared and get x squared minus 3xy plus 4y squared. Okay, which is yung ating function na xy. So this is a homogeneous function of degree 2. Okay, so example 1. Okay, sample 2. F of xy equals x cubed plus y cubed. Okay, so papalitan natin yung x ng lambda x and yung y ng lambda y. We have lambda x cubed plus lambda y cubed equals lambda cubed x cubed plus lambda cubed y cubed or equals lambda cubed x cubed plus y cubed or lambda cubed f of xy. So this is a homogeneous function of degree 3. Okay? Medyo straightforward naman, di ba? Okay, third example, f of xy, x to the fourth y plus 7y to the fifth. Okay, ito ba ay homogeneous function sa tingin ninyo? At anong degree? Okay, so iwan ko sa inyo yun na exercise It will give you x to the fourth y plus 7y or x f of xy. Okay, so this is a homogeneous function of degree 5. Okay. Okay, so now that we know what homogeneous functions are, okay, so we now proceed to a couple of theorems, okay, before learning a new technique, okay, for solving differential equations. So let's say we have a differential equation of the form m of xy plus, yes.
This function, yung paghanap ko ba ng homogeneous, is normally applicable for ordinary.
Wala tayong iba pinag-uusapan sa course na to kundi ordinary differential equations lang. Medyo komplikado i-solve ang partial differential equation.
will be there.
Yes, next sem. Okay, so let's say we have a differential equation that can be expressed in this form. Okay, so define muna tayo ng couple of theorems. So theorem 1, if m of xy and n of xy are both homogeneous and of the same degree, the function m of xy over n of xy is also homogeneous of degree 0. Okay? Madali lang naman may papakita yan kasi yung numerator mo ay homogeneous function na may degree k and yung denominator ay homogeneous function na may degree k din. Di syempre magka-cancel lang yung mga lambdas. Diba? So let's say m lambda x lambda y divided by n lambda x lambda y. Diba? Since they are homogeneous, then we can write them as this. N of xy. Tama? So we have lambda 0, m of xy, n of xy. Okay? Kaya yung ratio nila is homogeneous of degree 0. Theorem 2. If f of xy is homogeneous of degree 0 in x and y, f of xy is a function of y over x alone. So, if f of xy is homogeneous of degree 0 in x and y, f of xy is a function of y over x alone. Okay, so let's say we define y is equal to bx. Okay. So yung v dito is y over x. Okay, so ang sinasabi dito is if f of xy is homogeneous, then we can write this as f of x vx. Tama? Okay, and we can also write this as x raised to the 0 of f of 1 v, okay, which is of course nothing but f of 1 v. So it's a function of v alone, or since v is equal to y over x, it's a function of y over x alone. So makikita natin yan sa isang example kung paano yan nag-work. So let's say we have f of x is equal to square root ng x squared plus y squared. Okay, so yung f of x vx ay equal sa x over x squared plus v squared y squared, and then square root. So x over x square root ng 1 plus v squared, or 1 over square root ng 1 plus v squared, which is a function of v alone. Yung alin? Degree 0 in X and Y? Degree 0. Hindi ba siya klaro na letter Z? Paano kayo magsulat ng letter Z? Hindi ba siya letter Z? Yung 0. Oh, cursive na 0 siya. Hindi kayo nagka-cursive? Seriously?
Sir, ganito po yung letter Z. Ano? Sir, hindi kami nagsabi na.
Z. Z. Paano nang ang cursive ng Z? Basta ganyan ako magsulat ng Z. Seryoso? Hindi kayo nagka-cursive? Anong letter yan?
Kaya ba, di ba yan?
Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Basta naiintindihan ninyo. Kung hindi nyo naiintindihan, di tanong nyo lang. Okay. So, walang question sa ating mga online audience. So, good. At naiintindihan pa. Okay, so now that we have these two theorems, we can use that to solve the differential equation of the form m of x y dx plus n of x y dy. Okay, so equations with homogeneous homogeneous. Hindi ko na maalala rin mag-cursive Coefficients. Mali pa spelling. Coefficients. Okay. Suppose the coefficients m and n in an equation of order 1 can be written as m of xy dx plus n of xy dy equals 0. Are both homogeneous functions. So, homogeneous functions. Functions and are of the same degree in x and y. Okay, so we can write them as dy dx plus m of xy n of xy equals 0. Okay, so by theorem 1, yung ratio ng m over n is homogeneous function of degree 0. Diba? By theorem 2, yung ratio m over n is a function of y over x alone. Okay, so dy dx can be written as g, a function g dependent on y over x equals 0. So, if we want it to be dependent on v alone, ganito yung mangyayari. So, we write y equals vx, then this means d dx ng vx plus g of v are equal to 0. Okay, so this is x dv dx plus v. Naintindihan niyo kung paano nangyari yan? So first you take the derivative with respect to x, keeping x constant. Then you take the derivative, product rule, no? Then you take the derivative with respect to x, okay, keeping v constant. So essentially, ano to? dx of x, di ba? Di ba? Okay, so ganyan siya. And then yung g of v equals 0. Okay? Now, from an equation with homogeneous coefficients, we end up with an equation that is separable. At pwede na natin isolve yung differential equation. Okay? Sige. Yes.
What is y equals to v dx?
Unify natin yan dito sa theorem 2.
And y, saan pag ganun yan?
Kasi sinabi natin na sa theorem 2, if f of xy is homogeneous of degree 0, then f of xy is a function of y over x alone. Yeah. And so yung y over x na yan, we defined as v. So yeah, we defined as v.
Basis.
Yes. So para tayo nag-change of variables. Essentially, parang let you siya. Di ba? Alin? Ang hirap mag-drawing. Tak-tak. B. Okay? Sige. So example, solve the equation. So example 1. X squared minus xy plus y squared dx minus xy dy equals 0. So, ang m of xy dito is x squared minus xy plus y squared. At ang n of xy is negative x1. So, ano ang degree first of all, ang m ba ay homogeneous? Yes. Anong degree? 2. Ang n ay homogeneous? Yes. Ang degree ay 2. 2 kasi magla-lambda x ka tas lambda y, di ba? So, dalawang lambda yun na ipumultiply mo together. Okay? Tapos, pag kinuha mo yung ratio ng m at saka ng n, ang degree nila ay 0. Okay. So, that means using theorem 1 tsaka theorem 2, pwede nating i-apply yung technique na natutunan natin just now. Okay, so we write the differential equation as dy dx equal to x squared minus xy plus y squared over xy. In this form, hindi siya separable. Di ba? Okay, but by re-expressing this function, okay, so that it becomes dependent only on v or the ratio y over x, then magiging separable siya. So, if we say y is equal to vx, then the left-hand side, okay, becomes v plus x dv dx, right? Product rule. And then the right-hand side becomes x squared minus x squared v. Okay lang, pinalitan natin yung y ng vx plus x squared v squared all over x squared v. Okay, pinalitan yung y ng v times x. Okay. Okay lang? Okay. Okay na kasi mag-turn ako ng page pag tapos na kayo. Okay, so we have x dv dx plus v is equal to ano na yun? X squared. Sa numerator, pwede kong i-factor out yung x squared, right? And then sa denominator, may x squared ako. So magka-cancel ang x squared sa numerator tsaka sa denominator. And I will be left with 1 minus v plus v squared over v. Okay, now everything is just a function of v. So pwede ko nang gamitin ang separation of variables. So all I have to do is just do some algebra. So I have 1 over v minus 1 plus v, tama ba? Minus v. Naintindihan niyo? Paano nangyari yan? Okay? So magka-cancel obviously itong dalawang v dyan. So this will become 1 over v minus 1 or ganito na lang. Sige, 1 over v minus 1 or 1 minus v over v. Okay, so v times v over 1 minus v is equal to dx over x. Okay na? Okay. So, ano nang gagawin natin ngayon? Yung left-hand side, paano nyo isosolve yan? Siyempre, integrate na tayo, di ba? Paano nyo integrate yan? Ha? Yung right-hand side, medyo straightforward. So, yes. Pero yung left-hand side, 1 minus plus. Sabihin mo yung buong ano. Minus V plus 1. Wala ko naintindihan sa sinasabi mo. Ulitin mo yung ano. So, paano kayo susulat? 1 plus 1.
1 minus 1. Plus 1 minus B plus 1.
1 minus
B plus 1. Then 7. 1 minus B plus...
Guys, positive yung B sa taas.
1 minus B minus 1.
Tapos parenthesis, tapos mo yung negative para maging negative.
Yes. Mas magandang tulad na pagdating na plus 1 minus 1. That's all tuloy yan sa side of the so we use it as yes.
Okay. Tama ba? Okay. May negative sign dapat dito somewhere. Kasi ang denominator is 1 minus V. So V, so may negative sign yan. Dito ko na lang ilalagay yung negative sign sa kabila. Okay lang? Okay lang? Naintindihan nyo kung bakit may negative sign? Kasi V plus V minus 1 plus 1, di ba? Over V minus 1. Pero ito ay 1 minus B kasi. Okay? Okay lang? Naintindihan nyo? Sige. Kaya may negative sign. So, ngayon, yung first integral is yung first integral ay V plus yung second integral ay ln ng V minus 1 equals sa negative ln ng x plus, remember, this is an indefinite integral so kailangan natin maglagay ng constant. Para pag in-exponential ko, tanggal na yung tanggal na yun. Kailangan mga lang yung mga neat tricks na pwede nyong gawin para convenient yung pagsulat mo. Okay, so kunin natin yung exponential. So this will be e to the v times v minus 1 equal sa hindi, ganito gawin natin. Plus ln ng x tas equal na lang sa constant. Okay lang yan. Mas okay yan isulat kasi x so equal sa constant. Okay. And the only thing left to do is to replace v with y over x. Okay. Then you have your solution. Pero mahirap i-express ng y in terms of x yan kasi may exponential ka. Solution. Yes. Yes.
Sa families of constant.
Families of
The family
Solution.
solution.
Hmm.
Yung goal natin is form na ganyan na may ecosystem.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay? Sila Aidan tsaka si Seth, nag 4-day work week na sila. Yes. Kung paano nakuha ito, yun yung tanong mo basically. O, paano niyo raw nakuha yan? Ano? Makukuha mo lang yan from experience.
Experience.
Hmm.
Ah,
Saka konting intuition. Yes. Ano yan? Anong addition? Ito, pag ni-raise mo na sa E, mawawala talaga siya lahat. Ganito yan eh. E to the V, di ba? Bali buo yan. V plus ln ng V minus 1 plus ln ng X. Di ba? So, e to the V, e to the ln ng V minus 1, e to the ln ng X.
So we're given an equation and we're trying to find its identity.
The identity with respect to the ODE, yes.
And this is which is the solution.
Hindi. We are trying to find the identity na pag pinasok mo sa ODE, yun, give out.
So we're given an equation. And then doing the process to do all that, and then we get the identity, which gives us a family of constant, which we can input some values to whatever constant that is the given. We have a parameter.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Sample 2. xy dx plus x squared plus y squared dy. So yung m dito ay xy at yung n dito ay x squared plus y squared. So anong degree? First, ang m at ang n ay homogeneous? Anong degree? Parehas na 2. So ibig sabihin ang ratio nila ay 0. Yung degree, ang ratio nila ay may degree na 0. Okay, so which means na we can express this in the form dy dx plus g of v. Okay. So pwede rin tayong dito na mag-start. Okay, so let's say y is equal to vx. So palitan lang natin yung y ng vx. So we have x squared v. Tapos dx plus x squared plus v squared x squared. And then dvx equals 0. X squared v plus x squared 1 plus v squared. Okay lang yan? Pinactor out ko na yung x squared. And then x dv plus v dx equals 0. Okay? Cancel yung x squared. Common terms sila lahat. Mm. Oh, pwede naman natin hindi cancel dyan. Mamaya na natin i-cancel para makita niyo lang. X squared v dx plus x squared 1 plus v squared x dv plus x squared 1 plus v squared v dx equals 0.
Parang i-divide mo both sides ng expression talaga. And since zero yung wala.
Mhm.
So, mawala lang yung x.
Ah. Well, technically, hindi nyo pwede i-divide yung by x squared. Pero,
That's what.
yeah. Okay, so ito yung mga dx terms natin. Di ba? And ito yung mga dv na terms. So, i-combine natin yung mga yan. So, x squared v plus x squared 1 plus v squared v dx plus x squared 1 plus v squared x dv equals 0. Nung, yung alin? Kinumbine ko lang yung terms na dx tsaka dy. Ah. Hmm. So ito na yung mga dx terms, ito na yung mga dv terms. Okay? So yung first term, pwede ko na i-factor out yung x squared, di ba? So x squared v plus 1 plus v squared plus v. So v squared ba yun? V plus 1 plus v squared v dx plus x squared times x cubed. X cubed 1 plus v squared dv equals 0. So, syempre, kitang-kita na separable to, di ba? So, we have dx over x plus 1 plus v squared dv over v plus 1 plus v squared v equals 0. Sandali lang. I made a mistake somewhere. Ha?
Why did we not have extras?
Kasi nagtatanong yung iba kung paano nangyari na nag-cancel yung x squared eh. So, hindi ko na muna tinanggal. Pero ngayon, medyo obvious na. And mathematically correct. Ah. Okay. Now, we end up with x dx over x plus 1 plus v squared over, factor out natin yung v, 2 plus v squared, and then dv is equal to 0. Okay? Medyo mahirap ano, no? Medyo mahirap i-integrate, no? Alam niyo ba kung paano integrate yan? Hmm? Let you. Okay. Oh, imbis na imbis na papakahirap kayo, yung v is not strictly y over x. Well, v is equal to y over x talaga. Pero you don't have to replace y with vx. You can also replace x with, anong tawag dito? X with y over v. Or x with vy. So, ito yung ibig ko sabihin. So, x is instead vy. Okay? So, baliktad. Imbis na y equals vx, you replace x with vy. Okay? Nag-hold pa rin yung theorem 2 kasi hindi naman nagmamatter kung y over x or x over y kasi nga, it's still a degree. Ang degree pa rin niya is 0. Okay? So, balik tayo sa original equation. Ito, xy dx. Papalitan natin lahat ng x ng vy. So, we have vy squared. Vy squared. And then, dvy plus x squared. Papalitan natin yung x ng v squared y squared plus y squared. And then, dy equals 0. So, anong mangyayari dito? So, vy squared d y dv plus v dy plus v squared, y squared 1 plus v squared d1 equals 0. So, pagsasamahin natin ngayon lahat ng dv tsaka dy. Ito yung mga dy, ito yung dv. So, lahat muna ng dv. So, vy cube dv plus, ano na to? V squared, y squared, dy, tama? Plus y squared, 1 plus v squared, dy equals 0. Okay. So, vy cube dv plus Meron tayong v squared y squared dito, and then may v squared y squared din tayo dito. Tapos may y squared dito. Actually, sige, okay lang. So factor out muna natin yung y squared. And then 1 plus 2v squared. Tama ba? dy equals 0. Tama? Okay. And then divide everything such that magsasama lahat ng v at saka ng y. So we have v dv 1 plus 2 v squared plus dy over y equals 0. Yan, mas madaling i-integrate. Tama? Tama? Let you. Yes. So we let u be equal to 1 plus 2v squared. We have du is equal to 2v dv. Okay, so we have du, then may 1/2 tayo. Hmm?
4B.
4B. Times
4 naman. Tama, di ba? Tama. Sino nagko-complain? Wala. Okay, good. Good. du over u plus dy y over y equals 0. ln ng u, okay, 1/4 plus ln ng y equals ln ng c. Okay?
Oh.
Okay lang yan? Alam ko nagtataka kayo bakit walang 4 dun sa ln ng c. Constant lang yan. Okay? And lalabas, lilitaw kung ano man yung c na yan later pag meron kayong boundary or initial conditions. Okay. And bakit ko nilagay yung 4 doon? Kasi ayaw ko magkaroon ng fourth root na solution. Mas gusto ko magkaroon ng power. Ba? Sino bang may ayaw ng power? So, ang ui, 1 plus 2v squared. Okay lang to? Y to the 4th equals c. Or, 1 plus 2 x over y squared, y to the 4th equals c. Yan na yung solution. Siyempre kung gusto yung mas compact, so y squared, 2x squared plus y squared equals c. So pwede rin isulat na ganun. Makakuha niyo yan pag multiply niyo lang yung y to the 4th dun sa loob ng parenthesis. Ano?
So yung second
Alin dyan?
as well as solution, pwede pa ano.
Ayan. Tanong ka. Ano yan? Yung alin?
Yung 1 plus b squared over times 2 plus b squared.
Pwede naman, pero meron kang 1 plus v squared over 2 plus v squared na term. So which is a bit tricky to evaluate. Kumpara dun sa B over, di ba? B over 1 plus 2 B squared. Okay lang kung gusto yung mag-spend ng time na. Okay, now, paano nyo malalaman ngayon kung anong gagamitin ninyo? Y equals Vx or X equals Vy? Pwede nyo i-try both. Or, ang gagawin nyo is, tignan nyo yung solution, ay yung original nyo equation. Tignan nyo lang for 5 minutes. Tapos iyak na kayo. Dito, ginamit natin ay y equals Vx. Dito, ang ginamit natin ay x equals Vy. So, kung ano yung mas simple, okay, yung coefficient ng mas simple, okay, yun yung gagamitin nyo na tawag dito, na pang-substitute. Like here, mas simple yung xy. So, yung x gagamitin nyo is x equals Vy. Okay, dito, of course, mas simple yung xy kumpara dito. Gagamitin nyo yung y equals Vx. Okay? Okay? Ah. So,
So for example, everything and then Vx and then simple thing and V1, which is Y equals.
yes.
Then I have a simple Vx and then I have a complicated E1, which is Y is S equals.
Yes. And that you learn from experience.
That you learn experience na may something na you learn.
Well, hindi naman libre. Binabayaran kayo ng Pilipinas para aralin yan. Okay, may tanong pa in relation to this? Okay na? Yes.
Sir, basically, yung sa y use x equals Vy, depende po kung aling
Kung yung M or yung N.
yung mas simple.
Hmm.
Tapos po, naka-base po yun doon sa katabing derivative.
Yes. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so any questions? Baka may naisip ko ay ulit na tanong bago tayo mag-proceed. Wala? Yes. Ha?
Ito na lang.
Hindi naman siya nawala kasi b squared, y squared siya eh. Ito, pag dinisibute mo to, y squared, tapos may b squared, y squared ka rin doon. Di ba?
Okay, wait. Sinolve ko pala. Tama
Ayan.
po ba yung
Tama.
Okay.
Tama. Okay. Okay. She just wanted to be sure. She just wanted to be sure and exact. Speaking of exact, ang pag-uusapan natin ay exact equations. Diba? Scripted. Na.
Ilang binayad sa'yo yan?
Okay, suppose that if, saan yung burger? Function f of xy, capital F of xy, can be found that has, nagre-record na ba? Yes, recording. For its total differential the expression m dx plus n dy equals 0. Okay, in other words, okay, if we have df equals m dx plus n dy, okay, equals 0, okay, then yung solution dito na f of xy is equal to a constant c, then is a solution, okay, for the differential equation. Okay. Obvious naman yan, di ba? Kasi if we say that m dx plus n dy is equal to 0, tapos, if we also say na ang df is equal to m dx plus n dy, then after solving the differential equation, then we say na yung f is equal to c, a constant, is also a solution. Yes, exactly. Now, if m dx plus n dy is exact, okay, maintindihan natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng exact mamayang konti. Then, by definition, f exists such that, okay, df is equal to, tignan nyo muna bago kayo magsulat kasi baka magulat kayo. Pag naggaganyan kasi masyak kayo pag lingon yung ganyan. What the fuck happened? Diba? Yon. Gusto yung video yung sarili nyo para sa honest reaction. Okay na? Partial ng f with respect to x dx. Alam niyo, wala pa atang nagti-TikTok na nasa loob siya ng klase, ng classroom habang
Yes,
diba? O, di ba? Malay nyo, kayo yung learning physics. So, freshman pa lang kayo, di ba? Learning physics. Year 1, ito yung mga TikTok ninyo, puro, di ba? Tama? Tapos, habang nagle-lesson, nagbubulong-bulong pa kayo. Differential equations. Ganun. Naka-live. Di ba? I don't know what happened. Our teacher just put letters in the board. I don't understand what's happening. Okay. Naintindihan niyo kung ano nangyari dyan? Okay. So, yung function na f, okay, kung napansin nyo, we wrote it as function of two variables, x and y. Okay. Now, if I take the derivative of x, if I take the derivative of f with respect to x, it's a partial derivative kasi function yung f ng both x and y. Tama? Kaya dito, sinulat ko siya na partial derivative ng f with respect to x. Dito naman sa kabila, I wrote it as partial derivative of f with respect to y. And partial derivative siya kasi nga yung f is, anong tawag dito? F is a function of both x and y. And if you think about it, I mean tawag dito, ano lang, roughly, di ba? Yung dx represent an infinitesimal space in x, di ba? And ganun din yung partial ng x. Okay, even though it's tawag dito, an independent variable of f. So essentially, parang pwede nyo isipin na pwede nyo i-cancel yan. And then you end up with df. Okay? Okay? So yun yung nangyayari dito. And this is a variation of also a variation of the chain rule. Okay, so mathematically, pinapakita ko lang sa inyo yung rough na mathematics. Okay? I think pag-aaralan nyo to rin to sa 54. Okay, when you study two independent variables. Yes. So hindi na ako mag-ano diyan, hindi na ako mag-expound. And I mean, hindi ko na i-derive yang ganyan, okay? Madali lang na maintindihan, ano? Tama ba? Madali lang intindihan. I mean, mathematically sound naman siya. Okay? Yun yung point ko doon. So, if I can write df as that, then I can say na yung m, capital M, capital M is equal to the partial derivative of f with respect to x, and yung capital N ay equal to the partial derivative of f with respect to 1. Naintindihan niyo kung paano nangyari yan, ano? Kasi essentially, yung M dito, tsaka yung N dito ay pareho sa partial ng f with respect to x at partial ng N with respect to y. Okay, just by simple na comparison. Oops. Okay, now we can solve for tawag dito. We can solve for, or we can obtain an equation that relates m and n to each other. Okay, and this is how we do it. So next step na gagawin natin, we take the derivative, the derivative of m with respect to y. Okay, remember m is also a function of x and y. Which means na we're going to take the derivative of f with respect to both x and y. Similarly, yung n, kukunin natin yung derivative niya with respect to x, which means na we'll take the derivative of f with respect to both x and y. Now, the two equations are equal. The two equations, yung right-hand side ng two equations, pareho lang, which tells us na ang partial ng m with respect to y is equal to the partial of n with respect to x. Okay, provided na yung derivatives na to ay continuous. Partial derivatives are continuous. Okay, so here's our definition of an exact equation. So an exact equation is if m dx plus n dy is an exact equation, then the partial derivative of m with respect to y is equal to the partial derivative of n with respect to x. TikTok mo yun. Yung mga tinitiktok eh. Mga ganun. Di ba?
Then ko lang kasi yung notes ko. Then I can put my state. It's very fun.
Sa simula, papasok kayo sa classroom. So excited to learn about our new topic today. Then pagdating ng after ng class, I want to shift to another course. Okay. So now we can define actually theorem, or we can write Theorem number 3. If m, n, partial ng m with respect to y, partial ng n with respect to x, are continuous functions of x and y, then a necessary and sufficient condition that m dx plus n dy equals 0 be an exact equation is that partial ng m with respect to y are equal sa partial ng n with respect to x. Mga tinitiktok. I don't know why I'm laughing, guys. This shit's making me crazy. And tomorrow I have to sit in another class with the same shitty teacher in another subject. Okay. Now, ito yung proof. Ito lang yung one time na mag-ano tayo ng proof. Okay? Kasi yung proof actually helps us solve the differential equation. The exact differential equation. So we let some function phi, which is dependent on xy, be a function for which partial ng phi with respect to x equals m. Okay, now we take the derivative. Okay, we take the derivative of phi with respect to y. So, which means we're taking the derivative of m with respect to y. Okay, so walang bago dyan except na we replaced phi, we replace f with phi. Okay. Kasi cool yung Greek letters kesa Roman numerals. Tama ba? Ano bang tawag natin doon? Alpha. Alphanumeric ba? Alpha. Yes, whatever. My shitty teacher doesn't know what those letters are called. Ilan na kaya viewers niyo doon, no? 6, 7. This is what he looks like. Ganun niyo pa. Ayan, dami ng comments. Okay. Similarly, we can take the derivative of phi with respect to y. Okay, and that's equal to, we let that equal to n, and then if we take the derivative of phi with respect to x, then we're taking the derivative of n with respect to x. Okay? Now, okay, I'm going to work on yung partial ng n with respect to x. Okay? At ang gagawin ko dyan sa right na equation na yan is I'm going to integrate it with respect to x. Okay, so pag in-integrate ko yan with respect to x, then I get partial ng phi with respect to y equal sa n plus some constant. Okay, pero hindi ko siya ilalagay na constant lang na c. Ang ilalagay ko is b prime of y. Okay, bakit? Bakit b prime of y? First of all, bakit y? Kasi when I integrated it with respect to x lang. Di ba? So yung constant can be a function of y. Tama? Tama? Okay. Now, may derivative yan kasi mag-integrate pa tayo ulit ng isang beses pa with respect to y. Okay? So what I will end up, if I do another integration with respect to y, I end up with the function 5xy. Okay? At equal ngayon yan sa ano yung integral niyan? So, since ang n is sabi natin ang n is ito. Ang n is ganyan, di ba? So, ang n is partial ng f with respect to y plus b prime y. Sorry, hindi muna ako nag-take ng derivative. Sinubstitute ko muna. Okay, so then I now take the derivative. Pag tinake ko yung derivative ng first term, then I end up with f of xy plus b of y.
The same thing happens if we put n instead.
Yes. Integrate.
Because we're
Okay, so ngayon, i-rewrite ko na to in terms of f of xy. So I have phi of xy minus by. Okay lang yan? Okay. And I can also take the total derivative of f. And if you remember, okay, ang mangyayari dito is I take the partial derivative of phi with respect to x. Then I multiply it by dx. Chain rule, di ba? And then the partial derivative of phi with respect to y. I multiply it by dy minus, okay, pag tinake ko yung derivative ng b with respect to x, 0, di ba? So, pag tinake ko naman yung derivative ng b with respect to y, I have b prime y dy. Ano? Kailang? Now, this is m dx plus n dy. Diba? Kasi sinabi natin, di ba? Dito sa taas, m is equal to partial ng phi with respect to x and n is equal to partial ng phi with respect to y. Okay? So, kaya naging m dx plus n dy yan. Minus b prime of y dy. Sorry. Ang 5y is this one. So, n, ano na to? N plus b prime of y dy minus b prime of y dy. So equal ngayon to sa m dx plus n dy, okay, which is yung ating exact equation. Okay, which is yung proof ng theorem. But here's where it gets interesting kasi itong steps na to, yan ang gagawin natin na steps para i-derive yung ating solution to the differential equation. Now, I know it's confusing now. Okay. Pero I hope mas maging clear pag nag-discuss na tayo ng examples. Okay lang? Okay lang? Okay. Yun nga, sabi ko pag nalilito kayo ngayon, pero pag nag-discuss na tayo ng examples, baka mas maging klaro. 2 dx. So ito yung ating unang example. X cubed plus 2y dy equals 0. Okay. First, is the differential equation separable? Kaya nyo bang i-separate yan into terms of x and y alone? Wala. Okay? If it is separable, okay, solve nyo na kagad using separation of variables. Tama? Okay. Next, is this equation homogeneous? Homogeneous. May panira, di ba? Yung 2. Yung 2 panira. So, this is a non-homogeneous differential equation. O di hindi nyo na rin pwedeng gamitin yung technique na natutunan nyo earlier. Next, is this exact? Dapat lang, otherwise, useless. Exactly, di ba? So how do we know that it's exact? Anong condition na exact siya? Dapat partial derivative ng m with respect to y ay equal sa partial derivative ng n with respect to x. And remember na yung m, yung function, ay yung coefficient ng dx at yung n ay yung coefficient ng dy. Right? Okay. So, dito ang m ay 3x xy minus 2. So, ang partial derivative ng m with respect to y, okay, yun yung natin is 3x squared. Yun na yun. Tama, kasi yung second term, walang y na walang y. Yung n is x cubed plus 2y. So ito naman ay partial derivative ng n with respect to x at ito ay equal sa 3x squared. At syempre, kita natin na equal since partial ng m with respect to y is equal to partial ng n with respect to x, then the DE is an exact equation. Okay? So, now, M, nakopya niyo na ba? Sorry. Okay na ba? Pwede na mag-turn ng page. Anong Y? Hindi ko na, anong part yung tinatanong mo? Sa N, nagdi-differentiate ko with respect to X. Wala naman siyang, wala namang x dun sa second term, di ba? It's just 2y. So, dx ng 2y, 0. Di ba? Any more questions? Okay na? Okay, so, remember, now, m is equal to the partial of f with respect to x. Saan natin nakuha yan ulit? Dito. Yan. Okay, m is equal to partial ng f with respect to x. Okay, and n is equal to partial ng f with respect to y. So, we're solving for f here. Okay. Ang m ay equal sa 3x squared y minus 6x. Multiply ko na yung 3x dun sa ano, dun sa function. Similarly, yung n is equal to partial ng f with respect to y, equal yan sa, ano na nga yun? X cubed plus 2y. So, dun muna tayo mag-work sa m. Okay? Integrate ko yung f with respect to x, then I get yung first term, anong integral niyan? Integral ng 3x squared y dx. Remember, we're integrating with respect to x. Ano ang 3x squared y dx? X cubed y. You treat y constant. Minus 6x. Anong integral ng 6x? 3x squared. Okay. Plus some function dependent only on y. Okay lang yan? Kasi if you take the derivative of f with respect to x, yung function na yan will just be 0. So now we take the derivative of f with respect to y. So taking the derivative with respect to y, we have x cubed minus 0, di ba? Plus t prime of y. Tama? Which means that if we compare it to here, to this one, ang t prime of y ay equal sa 2y. Which means na ang t of y ay equal sa y squared. Okay? Now, hindi ko alam kung iniisip ninyo, malamang hindi kasi hindi nyo tinatanong. Okay? Pero, ito ay indefinite integral. Asan yung constants? Asan yung constant ng indefinite integral? Okay, darating tayo dyan mamaya. Okay. So, our solution is then f of xy is equal to x cubed y minus 3x squared plus y squared. Okay na? Kasi nasolve na natin yung ty eh. And if you recall din sa simula't simula, sinabi natin ang f of xy ay equal sa constant. Okay, so which means na yung buong differential equation, yung buong solution na yan ay equal to constant. So, diyan pumasok ngayon yung ang tawag dito, integration ng indefinite integral. Okay, so ito ang ating solution ngayon.
We're always just solving for
In this case, tama. Well, you're solving for the solution of the differential equation, not necessarily for C. Nagkataon lang na C yung equal sa C yung F.
The solution to differential equation gets versus.
Mhm. Depende sa boundary conditions. Or initial. Ano? Any questions? Another example. X plus y dx plus x minus y dy equal 0. Nagkakaroon na tayo ng procedure din dito para lang para lang systematic din kayo pag nag-exam or pag nagso-solve kayo ng differential equation. Okay, maganda kung may system kayong sinusunod. So, ang una niyo itatanong is bakit kayo nag-physics? Okay. Then, kung hindi nyo pa rin masagot yon, balik na kayo sa problem. Okay? Is the differential equation separable? Yun yung unang question. Yes or no? If yes, solve it using the separation of variables. Okay? If no, then yung next question ay, is the differential equation homogeneous? Is it homogeneous? Yes. Pwede nyo lang gamitin yung method nyo na natutunan about homogeneous differential equation. Okay? Pero magandang gamitin din natin to para sa exercise na to na where we're using exact solutions. Okay? Exact differential equations. Okay? So you can try solving this using yung homogeneous equations. Okay? But here, sa example, gagamitin natin ay exact differential equation. So, is this equation exact? Is this equation exact? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So, paano natin masasabi na exact siya? We take the derivative of m. Sorry. M muna is equal to x plus y. And then we take the derivative of m with respect to y. So, we have 1. Now, n is equal to x minus y. So, we take the derivative of n with respect to x. And then we have what? So makikita natin na exact yung differential equation. And then we say na since m is equal to partial ng f with respect to x, okay, at yan ay equal sa x plus y, so we can take the derivative of f with respect to, the integral of f with respect to x, ano makukuha natin? 1/2 x squared plus xy plus t of y. Okay, then we take the derivative of f with respect to y, diba? Equal ngayon to sa x plus t prime of y. And we compare it to this one, we have t prime of y equals a negative y, so that t of y is equal to negative 1/2 y squared. So yung ating solution is 1/2 x squared plus xy plus 1/2 y squared equal to c. Or pwede rin natin isulat as x squared plus 2xy plus y squared equal to c. So ito yung ating equation ngayon. Sorry, minus pala, no? Minus, hindi plus. Okay? Okay na ba? Clear? Clear? Medyo ano ba? Medyo systematic naman at hindi naman straightforward pero syempre maraming steps in between. Pero yeah. Yes. In just 2 days, you learn 3 ways. You have 2 more next meeting.
Third,
Mhm.
nagkaka-T of Y, pag-integrate yung partial.
For generalization kasi syempre you're just taking the integral of with respect to one variable. So it is possible to generalize it is possible to have a function of the other variable upon integration. Para makumpleto mo nga yung picture. Which is yun nga yung nangyayari dito, di ba? Okay na? Okay na? So that's it for today. So anong natutunan nyo ngayong araw? Homogeneous at saka exact. So, yes. So thank you sa mga umattend online. Thank you din. Yes.
Like in follow.
Check.